Hey friends! Today as I get back from the library and I'm starting dinner, I'm starting to finish dinner, I was thinking about doing a video about the pros and cons of reading. I have always hated reading. I hate words. They don't make sense to me. They were really frustrating. And then recently my husband told me that I may have dyslexia. So I felt very, I just was really relieving that it wasn't just me being stupid. And I've worked really hard at it. Recently I just finished 50 books in 3 months. Maybe it was 4 months. It was all audio. To pick up a book is a huge struggle for me. But that is the biggest accomplishment I think I've ever done. I think besides those 50 books, I don't think I've read a book since high school. And that was 10 years ago. So, craziness. I love reading now. My kids are doing the 1,000 books before kindergarten, I think for the 3rd time. We read all the time. So the pros and cons, again, of reading to kids and yourself. One of the pros is you learn so much about the world and different ideas and thoughts. I feel like I never had questions about life. And then I started reading, and now I question all kinds of things. And I think you never know the questions you have until you start reading. A pro is my kids speak very well for their age. My 3-year-old will ask questions that people will look at him really strange in the store because he uses normal language. He doesn't suck on a binky and can't talk. He is 100% vocabulary. He just barely turned 3 a week ago, so that was at 2 years old. A con is it takes a lot of time. Sitting down and reading to my kids takes me an hour and a half every day, depending on how many books I read to them. And that can be really time consuming, but I hope it pays off in the end. A con for reading with an audiobook is sometimes I get interrupted all the time, actually. And I feel like I miss a lot of things. So listening to an audiobook, you're missing a lot of things. Even if you sit down to read a book, you're constantly being interrupted. So the interruptions can be frustrating because you're really into this storyline or what the information being thrown at you and you get interrupted. A con for reading physical copies, especially owning them, is it takes up a ton of room. My sister, I love her. She has so many books in her house. I think that she probably has at least 10 bookshelves. Me, I'm not into the physical books, so I don't have to worry about carting them around everywhere. A pro for reading stories is kids are able to learn a lot about the history and the world around them before even going to school, or even if they're in school, that they are ahead. And it's not necessarily that they have to be ahead of their other students, but like they have like a line of help that they can always have in their mind from all of the stories that they're able to read. My husband, he's very smart. He is able to pick up the smallest details from things he's read or things he's learned and apply them to his life. And I think that's an amazing talent. And I wish I had that, and I want to pass it on to my kids. And so that's a pro for reading, is you're able to use every little bit of information in the books you read and apply them to your life. There's just a few pros and cons. There's so many more. Look up online and you'll find a million. But that's it for this video. If you want to learn more pros and cons, look up our website at prosthencons.com. We have all kinds of pros and cons every week. We're always uploading them. If you have suggestions of pros and cons you want us to write about or do videos about, please write them in our comments. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.